2 मिनट है ना मेरे पास।
ये मान
नहीं वो टॉयलेट का वो जो खराब हुआ है वो लेके क्या आना है मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा। नहीं मैंने वो उतारा है तो उसमें तो बल्ब ही नहीं दिख रहा है कोई, कुछ वियर्ड सा ही है। ये अंदाजे से कितने का था, अंदाजे से याद है?
ये $5-6 Okay.
Stuffing.
Then,
They have to put nose drops.
oh, no,
Nose drops will help.
I don't know, but just take the steam. Good enough. Just heat the water and put the towel and take the steam.
But only nose drops.
You don't want to?
Those are scary.
Yeah, no. Just take the steam. You let me get this.
Aw. half a chocolate.
Hmm?
My mom eats half a chocolate and I eat half a
Why?
chocolate.
Why? Is Diwali going on?
No, I had a medicine and it didn't taste good, so I ate one. And my mommy ate a piece.
You know.
याद नहीं दिया मेरे को याद नहीं रहा ओके चल थैंक यू मुझे ओके
Can I watch TV or not?
Why, man? Why? You just watch TV when you eat food.
आई रेडी करो मैं आके आ रही हूँ फिर कैसे ना Don't put chocolates in my mouth. मैं खा गई हूँ मुझे नहीं खानी है. I told you a million times don't give chocolate to me. You put it in my mouth. I ate it. I shouldn't have eaten it.
Stop at 11:15.
How are we on quorum and getting enough people? On your side, Kieran, can we start or?
Just 1 second. Anil, can we start?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, thank you. And
Yes, okay. Let me share my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so for the R23, the code freeze was on the 16th, and we've started our testing cycle on it. The release is still targeted for 11:30. This release is a candidate for AMD S2, and the targeted number of features is 164. However, this would be reduced from the delayed features that we discussed yesterday. What has happened on Monday is that we have delivered the 2 patches for items that were targeted for R23, but we wanted to get an earlier delivery on those. And then the final item, which was discussed, of course, also in the delay meeting, was the protected surface and context support. So for that one, again, we are looking to provide patches when we can, once this gets resolved. And this will be unit level tested and should be enough for tape out checking. Any questions?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but does anyone know who the Lankovich is? He's in the lobby. RLEKANOVIC.
Yeah, I think this is a BNR guy. Is it Radovic?
Oh yeah, is that Radovan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna move on.
Hey,
sorry,
can you go back?
Yeah.
So you said you are providing patches for TMG, right?
We will look to provide a patch for it once we have a fix for it.
Okay. And how about the unit tests or to test before takeout? Are you referring to the same patch once the bug is fixed, or is that an additional one?
I think it would be the same patch.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so this is just a reminder of the release schedule and the R24, the next upcoming one. Our internal code freeze for that would be December 10th, and the release would be actually the 17th, which is a Thursday. So the idea, again, is to provide anything that we might have missed in R23 and catch it on the 24th earlier, and provide that to you guys, and as well also plan around the holiday season. Any other questions? Okay, so we'll move on. AMD software 1623.
Yeah, we're still. We had a couple calls yesterday with Red's team. We are continuing looking at it just based on how ML is using the RTSP manager. We know that because the memory allocation is outside, there's some state that's not carried through. So Ben Shannon, our side, continues to look at this, and then we'll provide an update as soon as we have something.
Yeah, this is like the highest priority for my team right now. And we're getting to another Jira to really track that, because I know, like you said, we can use this 1623 as a proxy, even though it doesn't really cover the actual problem. From our perspective, though, I think we're going to have to, at this point, back out, at least from the CVIP, the team from R22, and just focus on R21, particularly because the people who are working on this are also the same people who are working on validation and some of those tools, and this is taking too long, right? So yeah, if you can fix this, that would be great. Otherwise, we're going to stick on our 21 for that effort.
Sure, understood. This is high priority for us too, so we are trying to get this for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, for AMD software 1603, I believe there was a patch released on this.
No, there's a patch identified for this, and it's going through. There's a patch identified for this. It's going through. We're just putting it through the legal scan. I'm hoping we can get it up today to you guys. I looked at the code. It looks very straightforward. Should be simple, but hoping to get it today. Yeah.
Cool. I know it was a CTS failure, but do you know the core issue? Just wondering what's the difference between Neuron and Raven.
There's a feature called NGG. So I don't know the background. I'm not. I think probably far to explain in more detail. But there's a feature in. So I apologize if I get this wrong, but there is a feature called NGG in the Graphics 10 series, and it's being used for whatever this case is. And the feature, for some reason, we're going to turn it off for the specific call flow.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely need to defer to a graphics guy.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Okay, so the next one is AMD software 1551, graphics code coverage. So internally, we are still on track to deliver a readout to you guys for R23. And then the next one, AMD hardware 357. GSM failure with concurrent access from multiple masters.
That's
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's again a huge issue. This is the first identified issue from the MSG tool, right? So this is what we're now convinced is a hardware issue, in that when the GSM attempts to read from a register while concurrently writing to another piece of memory within it, we'll get spurious zeros as returned. We've now created software, bare metal code that can reproduce this. I shared that with Patrick on your side. I know our AAA team is now trying to put this onto our Palladium, trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, at this point, this is the hardware guys are needing it, but this is obviously going to block some of our software use cases.
You had it on the list, but do you guys have an update on that?
no, we're just putting it here to track this
To track it, yeah.
लॉग नहीं था.
Yeah, I don't expect an update to come from. I don't know that anybody on the AMD software team is going to be involved in this. This is very much a hardware issue right now. So I mean, we can keep it on the list if we want to, in case anybody has an update on it, and we can just talk about it. But at this point, it's all in hardware guys' hands.
Right.
Okay, we had about 5 ISP issues. Luckily, they're all in sequential order, Jeremy, 1636 through 1640.
We got the ISP team guys to look at that last night in Shanghai. We have some answers, we have some answers and a number of questions to share with Brian Smith and Brian Konotic. I booked a meeting for 11:30 to go over it with the ISP teams, both ISP teams, both sides. So we're looking at it.
Okay. Yeah, something that was concerning was that I thought somewhere in some of these areas it said disable IOMMU and I know internally we have our own problems with like the fact that the Wi-Fi on the modules right now required from our side IOMMU to be disabled, and it just wouldn't play nice with CVIP communication. So it's okay because that's not our plan of record Wi-Fi anyway. So internally, we're just making people who really need Wi-Fi sacrifice their CVIP comm and enable it only when they want to. It has to cause problems, but at least we're moving much better now. But then this feature, this ISP thing, if it requires IOMMU to be disabled, the ISP stuff is definitely like we want CVIP comm communication to play along with ISP. You know?
So the plan of record configuration is IOMMU enabled.
Right.
And we have, there was an issue that necessitated us to turn the IOMMU off when using ISP. That has been resolved in, I want to say a few weeks ago. And should be, I believe, landing in the, should be landing soon. I don't have the exact date, but basically it was an issue and we've resolved it, and you won't see that requirement. You won't see that requirement from us going forward once you get the fix.
Okay. What's your gut feeling on ISP stuff? I mean, unfortunately, we don't have like either one of the Brian's on, but it seemed like quite a list to hit on 22. Like, is your internal ISP testing going much better?
The team has a lot of questions about how is your board configured? There's some questions about the your I2C usage. So basically, we're gonna plug our questions and answers into Jira. So I just didn't get a chance to do it this morning. But the ISP IPC tests. I mean, we have a number of questions there. There's an I2C item that we're asking for some questions about multi-slave devices. Are there multi-slave devices in your board? I don't think it's R20. My suspicion is that it's not R22 related. It's just honestly, I'm not sure right now what's going on. So I think let's get the teams together and sort through the list of things. Some of the things are, like one of the tickets is just the IOMMU discussion. So
Okay.
if you want me to forward, the meeting in there?
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, anything else that we wanted to discuss here? Kieran, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, it sounds like we can release you to your meetings.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
frame. So I can coordinate with AMD and see if they can release a special binary to us for the Android so that they can test on their end. They want.
You cannot change the message. You don't have that without them. You cannot do that without.
I can do that. I guess my only concern. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me try that. Let me go and just modify it on my end. Yeah. I guess let me go ahead and do that.
Okay, because MLCP would just displaying the screen whatever it got before anyway.
Right. I'll basically convert one of the partial dark mode 110 cases. I'll convert that into a frame repeat mode, and so that will simulate, or that would mimic this exact error condition where the DP source is sending out some partial data, but it's also operating in frame repeat mode.
Okay.
Warren, one thing to make sure, currently the FTP message is sent at wayback port or wayfront port.
Sorry, could you read that?
I mean, with FTP message is sent by the source at wayfront port or wayback port.
The SDP message is sent during the vertical backport.
Okay.
Right, because we're following the requirement.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, I guess for the production, we're following the expectation that it occurs 14 lines before be active. And then I guess on the Orion, because of the limitation on the Navi, we're actually doing it 107. We're sending it about 107 rows. Or actually, no, actually, you know what? Sorry, the VSync is 107 rows. So yeah, we're still sending it 14 rows before. So it's going to be in the vertical backport.
Okay. Actually, yes. For this part, we can continue to discuss tomorrow morning about this the topic. Yes, the team wants to check if it's possible to set that wayfront port before the VSync. They want to that we can get that the message and then get the VSync.
I didn't catch that. Fei. What you were saying about the SDP message, do you want to change?
Yeah, we want to know the possibility. Because actually, inherently, the SDP message can be sent in any blanking tab. Why? Yes. In the future, can you change to the wayfront port?
To the what? I'm having really hard time understanding Fei.
So this link here, let me explain what Hongfei is mentioning. He's asking the timing of the SDP message in the vertical blackening period. He's essentially asking if the source can send the SDP packet in the wayfront port time versus wayback port.
I mean, the source can do that, but the problem is that we don't want to do that, right? We want to send the SDP message as close to the frame as possible because the SDP message has important data that accompanies the frame, right? Right now we're shutting down the vertical front port. So basically, you're implying that we should be sending the SDP message either right before shutdown, or I guess technically, or you could argue we could send it before, after shutdown, or sorry, after DP wake up, but before the VSync, right? But we have to keep I guess our intention is to keep the SDP message as close as possible to the vActive because that contains important metadata that's needed by the frame. And sometimes, we might not know what the frame contains until very later on, right? So I think it's gonna lead to suboptimal.
Yeah, I don't want to change that. I don't want to change the SDP.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you want to move it to buy more time, basically, right? You want to move it so that you have more time to know, okay, the next frame is a frame repeat mode frame, and then you can have the RISC-V, look at the mode register, and then set the color segmentation block to stop the data from getting sent in. Is that correct?
I think that could be the reason. So I think Hongfei requirement is to try to find the software workaround for the repeat mode. And from discussion, I understand that this repeat mode is not in the Orion A0, and we're trying to find a software workaround. And if it's not acceptable, we need to discuss if you want to fix it for B0.
Yeah, I guess take a look at the software workaround and see if you can do it within the time constraints that we currently have, right? So 14 hours before the active, I think is your limit, really. I mean, maybe we can talk about, I don't know if Ricardo's open to moving the STP slightly earlier, but definitely we have to keep it in the back porch. We probably shouldn't be moving it to the front porch. But yeah, I think what we would like you to do is, I guess you have to characterize really, how long does it take to implement this workaround? How long between the time it sees the new STP message indicating that it's in repeat mode to the time that it actually takes to shut down the color segmentation block to prevent it from dumping in? How long does that take, right? And then we'll see if that window is smaller than the actual STP to the active window. How does that sound?
Okay, do we have a timeline for this software implementation and testing?
I'd rather not change it.
Okay, so I think Ricardo, we have to respect your opinion. If you think this workaround may not be a clear solution, then we maybe just don't do it, right? It's waste of both sides' time.
Yeah, right now, as we have other bigger fish to fry.
Okay.
I suggest we concentrate on getting the MST pass-through working, and we understand that there's an option for the RISC-V to disable the segmentation block. I just want to try that, if possible, right? That's a RISC-V firmware only, and nothing else changes. So if I could get that from Analogics, just the enable, disable the segmentation block integrated on the RISC-V firmware, we can test that to see if that alone works or not. That's all I'm willing to invest right now.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So, the essential message is that Ricardo doesn't want any change from outside, or that is the timing of STP messaging based on the current condition. Can we just make some software patch on our RISC-V firmware so that we can make this repeat mode work? That's a scenario that we will be looking at.
Yeah, this is currently our method and proposal we want to test. And one thing is that maybe input the message in the way feedback code, and you know that when the repeat mode, it is during a time that it takes the repeat mode. So the wait will be early than the STP message. So for customization, it might know the recovery information later than we think. So this customization might lose one frame when we recover from the repeat mode to normal.
And again, there's no external changes we're talking about for this fix. So we need to look internally if we can do it based on firmware patch or not. We need to make a quick decision. If we cannot do it, we have to look at the RTL changes.
I mean, I don't want to change RTL either. So I think this can work with
ECO. So Ricardo, what kind of ECO change?
I'm nervous about this time any change. I don't want any changes. So I just want to, let's investigate what you can do with the RISC-V firmware, and that's all I'm willing to entertain right now. Your team's already 1 month behind over 3 months behind we were already. I don't want any changes.
Got it. So we make the conclusion by next week if it's doable or not, right? So you're saying if there's something we cannot fix with firmware patch based on A0, then you are not willing to make any design changes. Essentially,
I don't want anything that will compromise the already way behind, way late schedule.
Understand. So essentially, there's an option that you would be defeaturing repeat mode.
I'd rather the feature than delaying the schedule.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. That's the message.
Just.
Okay.
So,
That's
so
clear.
let's be careful here. One second. I just want to make sure the message is clear, right? I mean, Ricardo, you're very clear that if there's a choice, you're picking schedule over repeat. But Ling, are we still going to try and get it to work without the
Yeah.
That's a refined firmware.
We are going to try
Wanna
to
make
make sure anyway. So don't worry. Not like hey, the future will do anything. We will try the firmware patch on the side anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So let's just make sure we don't compromise on that. I'm just trying to make sure that the message comes across. Right?
Yes.
We're not saying we don't want the solution. We're just saying we don't want to take the risk to get the solution.
Mm-hmm. That's clear.
I think the refined firmware should do that great. With the hardware changes.
Yeah.
Daddy, you make the volume.
Yes, because actually for the repeat mode, it is similar as the bootback, right? So if the link also shuts down in repeat mode, it is similar to bootback mode by TP source.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So repeat mode is same as the bootback mode. Okay. So here's the HDCP 2.2 test. In this week, we tried for the MagLeap side under the B0 FPGA platform, HPC 2.2 or R5 by new platform. And this platform is different system like at logic side. So the test passed, and the log of the ALK and the UART is shared to us and reviewed by system team. This is a GCP 2.2 test. And for A0, yeah.
Yeah, just a quick question on the previous slide. Does this mean, are you going to still try and run the HTCP tests, or are you going to take this data and close those tests?
We are okay, but because you already in MagLeap side, you already tested. We don't have such a system. It is different machine. Yeah.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is A0. Yes. Suppose we already delivered 139 corner chips. Yes, I checked system team that if we increasing the voltage to 900 milliwatt, hopefully we can get nearly 100 at that corner chip. That's currently what we can have. So at that corner.
Well, that's good to know. So Ricardo, these are the units for Howard, right? He should be able to use these for his purpose, you think?
The one that has 900 millivolts, yeah. I mean, he should be able to, because he can set the boards, the whole set boards for that. We don't care. That's for factory and other people on division.
Okay, understood. So let me respond to your email and offer them these parts.
So yes, we can use these. Pei, we need to make sure that we send these separately and with something clear that says that these are the 900 millivolt parts to avoid mixing these things. And what I would recommend is that they send it straight to Plantation as opposed to anywhere else.
Perfect. That's what I was going to suggest. So maybe ship it to Ricardo's attention or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you help arrange for that?
For this screening, I think maybe the system team need time to finish it.
Yeah, I don't think it's very urgent. If you can get it out by, let's say, middle of December, it might be.
One conclusion here. We're going to ship another 100 pieces.
No. It's not 100 pieces. We need 30. What do we need? 3?
50.
50? I don't think he wanted 50, but okay.
Yes, he asked for 50.
He asked for 50. Okay.
Okay, 50. 50 is just look on the chips, but with 900 milliwatt.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
But just call them something else. Don't call them ES or whatever, just to confuse it. Call them engineering units.
No, I could call them 900 millivolt units.
Yeah, whatever.
That's a good idea. To make the Wi-Fi explicit, makes like mark as 900 milliwatt.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay. So Tony, for this part, system team cannot do right now. So we need to do it at next month.
Yeah,
okay,
that's fine.
Yeah,
Just give us a date.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say just let's target second week of December, just because I want to make sure that these are received before the last week, so that I was there to receive them, so it doesn't get lost in this thing. So just if you get planned for that.
And just send 50 pieces. That's all we need.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so this week we finished the design change, and timing violation cannot be fixed. And two types of critical timing violations are fixed by RTL change. TP link and Hopkins clock domain violation path and the ASI to SPI block reset violation. Two, we finish the RTL change. By this chance, we do the enhancement on flash control logic for the write protection pin and the host pin. And we update the miners chain to the agent control for this part. Above design change are minor in actual level, which is low risk. Design change are finished on November 17th.
Like say our name. And I just have a curious question, just because I don't understand this as well as probably you guys do. But what have we done differently besides the fix in terms of the verification to give us more confidence? Because we did the same verification last time as well and we passed, right?
For the verification, we create the, for example, for the F to SPI change, that is just we can go through the design changes because it is not very complex. It's just the smaller change for the code. And after we can go through, we can continue to discuss this part about this.
So really before Pompey goes to detail, let me answer your question. Essentially for A0, these first two items here in this page are timing related, not function related. So we found this because for A0 we did not spend long time to close timing on different corners. We just focus on the typical corner. If the typical corner will have some time violations. Now for B0, we're targeting for MP. So we are where we have the different corners. That's why we keep this timing violations.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's no way to tell this without actually going into the placement route and then checking it.
Yeah. For B0, we went into a full-blown backend flow, and we found this timing violations. You know, the little background here for A0, it was typical corner. We have both setup time and full time violation before we sign off the takeout. So we were struggling at A0. Now B0 want to fix everything. That's a big jump. I mean, from a backend point of view.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, continue, please.
Okay. Maybe for this part, could the point to introduce more detail about the change?
Okay.
We have the
more information about how we just fix the timing issue in our DPIP inside. We found a lot of timing violation case just between the link clock cross to half-link clock domain, which we already did in as a same clock group. But we found that a lot of paths and the one of them is SDP 5.0 from DPI side to the Magic VS1 5.0 interface. That we found the timing paths exist from the full link clock to the half link clock domain. In the B0, the die area is very big, so the AOCV impact will be hard for us to fix in PNR and PTCL stage. So what we can do is to make sure the path cross from the link to the half link clock domain can be fixed as the multi-cycle path. Just as I list at this page, we found that the FIFO memory just work at the full link clock domain, but the read data out of the FIFO memory should not be designed for one cycle to read out. Actually, it can be changed simply by add a simple logic to set it as a multi-cycle path, so that we can have one half link clock domain setup margin for us to fix the whole timing issue. I like to say that the similar link paths have several, not only in SDP 5.0, but also in the VVID data paths, S1 and S2 mailing, and especially at the FEC blocks. That is why we need to change the several violation paths from these two classes. And our change is not only limited into the code modification, but also we adjust our clock tree implementation strategy. Could you please just go ahead to the next page? Please go ahead to the next page. Let me introduce the first. Is our clock tree structure just changed to fit the new timing requirement, because we found out the original clock structure in our Orion A0 and also in our DPIP structure is we use the common link clock and half frequency of link clock to each of the function block, such as FEC, mailing, HTTP, and also video rebuild. And the logic are in the same clock domain. It is very hard to balance so huge clock tree in the B0. So we update the clock structure, duplicate the half link clock, the divider of the link clock. So we can build the small clock tree for the FEC, for the mailing, for HTTP, and the video rebuild. So that as for a backend point of view, we have a more common paths in the clock tree. So the more common paths means that the AOCV impact will be decreased to the minimum, so that it will be better for us to fix at the PTCO stage and make sure that the whole fix effort should not be very small. And Hongfei, please just turn to the previous page. Previous one, please. Okay, and that's why we let's just look at this page. That's the other change items we did for the multi-cycle target. The original clock clock and data register, just as the left side shows. We have one link clock cycle setup margin for us to implement the logic. But after we updated the multi-cycle path, the setup clock margin extended to 3 linked clock cycle, so that we have a lot of timing margin to fix our whole timing, even if our clock tree is built to build 1. So that's why we choose the 2 solutions to meet our link clock and half frequency of link clock timing issues, and try re-synthesize and repeat our and restart our placement and the clock tree optimize stage. Okay. Do we have any question about what we've done for the clock tree change and design change?
Okay. So, thank you, Timur. I think I can continue for next part. There's the second dimension. It is related to the XI to SPI reset. It is minor change that we just change the setting from just the setting to the constant value. We reset to using the value from just change to this. So based on this change, due to we have this jump, so we fix the flash control logic to control the rest protection and the hold key. WPT means it's a hardware protection mode to protect the block, protect the bit. Block protect bit is a software protection. This method is used currently in Array A0 to protect the flash content without losing anything. So we enable this thing, which means we enhance the protection, but with also software and the hardware protection. Here's the change for this part. So to answer the first question, right now we based on the change, we add new test case to simulate. Now the test case pass, and we restart a new full regression. The new regression is ongoing. This week right now, we passed 15 test cases. Other test will continue running. So this is the current situation for the verification.
Okay, thank you for the details. Thanks, Dan and team. Just one other question I wanted to ask. But have we also validated that these design changes are not affecting anything else? I understand we validated the fixes, but want to make sure it's not affecting anything
else. You mean the other part?
Yeah, any parts that might be connected.
We run the regression. Is now the full regression test case is ongoing.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, here's we run all the DP test cases. It is including the total top level test cases. Now the 3 parts and the remaining 13 cases are running. Okay, this is netlist simulation data. This week we get new netlist and the tactical corner delay information file, and the debating setup integrated. And we fix the simulation environment issue, for example, such as the timing organization, check the signal hierarchy, because some signal is at least we need to get out to control and trigger the stimulus in the DP side. So we have to fix this part find the new signal in the list. But now we continue running to debug if we have more things need to be changed. And in this week, we optimized, get the help from Ricardo that the MLCT initialization time is optimized, and we enable the parity function, and the initialization can be reduced to 1 microsecond. So unfortunately, the FTP failure will happen. We hope this part can be fixed, but it is not hitting our simulation. We will continue to run it.
Just run the simulation. Was your team
Yeah.
be able to run the simulation to see both VS1, VS2, disregarding the FTP 504?
Yes, in fact, the team is checking the data by checker, but right now from the waveform, they check by eye. It seems the VS1 and VS2 waveform has no strange thing. So that step, we will use the checker to compare the picture values.
Okay.
They are doing this thing.
Okay, it's just like I don't have a way to test that, right? I send the binary, I don't have a way to test it.
Yeah, we know. I asked the team to check the VS1 and the VS2 data information.
Okay.
They just check by eye from the waveform to check if it's loss of visits or loss of signals. It seems that it's normal, yeah.
Okay.
And the next step is I will mention that for the competitive simulation, we prepare the encrypted at least the environment, and we put it to the FTP, and we also including the latest netlist as well. So in MATLib study, you can try to compile it. And from the old version, not current netlist, in the old version netlist simulation, we finished the zero delay mode simulation because we get variation on the previous version, and we have to enable the ARC. And right now show that we get 400 milliwatt power value only in physics part, without the by model part. And we check the waveform. It seems that it's not the max power toggling because we found in the CPE and the VT they work in the blanking time. We hope we can tune the simulation to make both of CP and the VP and CP working at the same period, so we can capture the VT to get the peak power value at this time. So from the team, potentially we think we need the MATLib provide an A0 CP firmware version, but right now they are trying to fine-tune the case at the 20 row. If it's okay, we can continue run. This is the update for the MATLib simulation. For D0 FPGA, we released a new bitstream on FTP. This bitstream includes the debugger signal for VS2 issue in DP side. So Warren can try this bitstream to do some debug. You can get the debug signal, not having the pin to get the signal to debug. And due to the FPGA is still the MIPI port doesn't work, so we changed the FPGA board. Now I think the FPGA port can all work. In terms of the DCS read command, now the FPGA team work on the initial proposal to control the BTA signal. Because for DCS command in the MIPI side, we have the internal signal to control the MIPI file. Just for the FPGA port, we have to find the signal out. The team want to reuse this signal, so they want to change the portion FPGA code and enable this pin on on the signaling the pin to control BTA, and they are working on the function and try to generate a new bit stream. As I mentioned that right now in the FPGA platform, there's one that has to pass through work with different AP firmware. So hopefully we can get the firmware to combine together. And there are two pictures captured and then corrected. And we continue to verify design change. In some design change, our FPGA positionally, we verified we need kindly to detect or provide a firmware to support. So for this part, I think we can align in tomorrow's morning and to understand if you prefer to do which one as the first one to test on the design change part. Okay, any question about this part?
Hey, Ping, what's in this new bit stream? You said the debug signal for BS2, the BE, I think, signal for warn. Is there anything else in this 22 release?
They follow the email to generate the signal list.
You said you sent an email on it?
Yeah, I think Wang sent an email to all of us last night. Let me see if you're on it. But I saw it last night, and he had a table that had. Yeah, you should be on it, John. It's Orion B0 FPGA bit stream release.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Actually, actually on FPGA, because there are two pictures captured, so we understand that in FPGA platform we cannot capture the black bar. You see, we cannot reproduce capture the image. So maybe you can try to debug it if it happens on the source or
Let me take a look. That was a concern that I had, that we won't be able to see the extra row. But let me take a look at the image, and then I'll get back.
Yes. Okay. So this is backend status. Now this week the new round B flow is running on latest Daxiao. The synthesis is done, and so the placement is ongoing. So we continue with Samsung for the try run. In the block level, DRC result and the web list is reviewed by Samsung and give us some feedback on the tool. We align the tool and the version. And for top level IO placement is reviewed by Samsung. Samsung confirmed that current change the IO placement is okay, and for ESP check. Okay, here's the B0 silicon schedule, and you might already get it. We target to get the support to in near end of next month. Okay, thank you. That's all for this big update.
Thank you, Peng Fei. Hey, just one other question. ATE status, is there an update on that?
For ATE, we continue the schematics review and discuss the test pattern on the ATE part. Yes, no more thing.
Okay.
Did you review the design rule? Did you review the design rule in your part?
I did not, but I don't know, Ricardo, did you get a chance to look at it? I mean, being swamped with other things.
To look at what? Sorry?
Design rules that we asked for.
No, I don't even remember getting them.
Yeah, thank you, Senator. Let me find the email for it. Okay, so I guess Miguel is on the call. I mean, I know he was going to try and see if we can improve the schedule on the ATE. Miguel, is there any update from that regard?
No, as I mentioned earlier, right, we're still on track to, we're in the schematic phase, right? And we're still on track to complete that on 11/25. For the AA silicon, right, as I mentioned last, it's gonna be very tough for us to do anything by that time frame. But definitely, we are changing our plan to get the AT running with A0 silicon for B0 deliveries. So we're still trying to understand how else we can improve for the A0 deliveries in the beginning of the year. But right now, I don't have an update. We haven't, I guess, made any movements there, but we're still looking.
Okay. And the other piece of information I was hoping we can get is how many A0s can we get? I know you guys are looking into that with Samsung. Do you know if we have any feedback?
I don't have any feedback on that at this moment. I know that Michael is looking into it. I also reached out to our operations planner, and they're gonna get some additional information. So we'll pass that along as soon as we receive it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. If you can try and get that this week, that'll be very helpful.
Hey, I had a question about the whole time validation, the half link plot or the link plot to half link plot design change. Could you go back to that? I just wanted to understand. So you're saying that there's no impact whatsoever to the behavior. I'm just reviewing the slides again. And so it seems like you said you had a whole time dilation on the, I guess, the SDP FIFO, I guess, related logic, and then you guys decided to reduce the link block to half a link block. But I'm just trying to understand if there's any major impact to the behavior.
Let me share more details about why we have a confidence that it won't change the behavior. First is actually our design just has a lot of robust paths which we can take it as a multi-cycle path. For example, as SDP FIFO, our SDP FIFO from the single pass right in to the dual pass right out. If we have a little change to let the write address and the read pointer has a safe distance, then the readout logic from the FIFO memory out to the half clock domain logic can be taken as a multi-cycle path. The only change is we make sure the FIFO pointer and also the read start logic from the right clock domain has been synchronized correctly. That's one of the design change we made. And the similar change we made is to make sure that if we got a pulse or a signal from the full clock link domain to a half clock link domain, we make sure that it won't be sampled at the next edge of the half clock link domain. Actually, in our DP design, a previous DP design IP, this case won't be happened in a lot of our data paths. The only data path just happened right here is FIFO's pointer to trigger the read behavior of the SDP FIFO and also the VB rebuild FIFO. So after we change this read start trigger logic, we can make sure that the data from the data FIFO and also the SDP FIFO can be treated as a multi-cycle path. And actually, our data paths did not change even in the RTL level. So so how we check the result of the waveform is that we first check if the right point and read point has the safe distance, and then we do the regression to make sure all of the corner cases have been covered.
Okay, so then I guess for my general understanding is that then all the processing is still done based off the link clock. It's only that I guess at the output pages you use happening clock to read out the data. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That was my main question. Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Big.
Bye.
Oh, one second before we, next week is US holiday on Thursday.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so should we move this to Wednesday next week? Move it to Wednesday. There's too many things going on.
yeah, no, I just don't want to bring that up.
Yeah, so agree. Yeah, I think we move it to Wednesday, when the earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. So what time is it? 1 second. Let's agree on the
If
time.
there is a need to increase the headcount within your team, please identify it to your manager or your department head. However, since we have to operate within our department budget, we'll have to find a way to reallocate money from one area to another in order to cover an issue. The only time that is different is if we have a change in scope. So an example of that is we were asked to do an ISV update release on Yannick's team, and we did get some additional headcount and dollars to accomplish that because it's new objectives, a different scope, if you will. But other than that, we have to find a way to account for the dollars within our department based on the board approved budget, in order to expand any particular area. So if there is a resource challenge, we have to work that out internally. Please raise it to your department head. It will come to me. And, if it's a valid concern, then we'll look and see, how do we account for it with savings in other areas of the department to cover this.
Okay. So there's another question that along the same lines, but says, what are the key positions Magic Leap is hiring right now?
Yeah, so there's a hot list, I think, that Talim manages from a recruiting perspective. I'll touch on the ones that are more on the platform team side. But we have a number of open recs right now. And, I'm going to use this as an opportunity for a little bit of a plug. The best way for us to, fill these with qualified people is through leveraging the networks of the people that are already here. So anyone, if you hear of any of these kind of roles and you know of people that might fill them, please recommend them within the team. I think it's a good way for us to cover it. But, on the hardware side, we're actively recruiting for a reliability engineer. There's systems engineer roles, electrical, mechanical, and optics. Of course, there's some on the supply chain for sourcing as well, is a role that we're going after. On the software side, there's many needs in graphics, perception, cloud, enterprise, Passable World, QA, and framework. So the good news is that we have a small recruiting team, but they've been pretty effective at sourcing candidates. Our attrition has been a challenge, so it's a constant, focus to make sure that we're getting good qualified candidates. So if you know people that would fill any of these kind of roles or roles that you know of within the company, our networks are the most effective way for us to fill with good qualified people.
Yeah, I'll second that. Absolutely. That's definitely it's been the best way to get people that have the interest and are coming from somebody that is already on the company. So yeah, certainly if you know anybody, that's the best way to pass it on. There's one more question in this recruiting section is hiring from Poland.
Hey, Kinsey, sorry, something coming in on the live chat. Can you just zoom a bit? You got a big screen of stuff for folks to read.
Sorry about that. Better or more?
That works. A little bit more wouldn't hurt, but That works.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, is hiring from Poland compared to hire full-time because there is a good talent pool there, or because it is cheaper and we do not have the money, I guess, the need to save costs?
So I'll kick off the answer to this, but I think Unique wants to weigh in on it as well. So when we did, a lot of the restructuring and the budget exercise that we did towards the beginning of the year, we were asked for a lot of creative ways to reduce our costs, and one of them is to outsource certain jobs to lower cost regions, and that was the motivation behind some of the work that we're doing with the team in Poland. So there is definitely a cost component to this, but it does not mean that we're going to reduce the quality of or the quality expectations that we have about the work. Unique, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
First answer to this is we never kind of don't bring like talent that is not good enough in the company. Okay, so the first criteria is that wherever they are, wherever we hire on the moon, we have a process. On whatever planet you hire, we're still going through the same process of recruitment that we have internally for anybody, contractors, FTEs, okay? And that hasn't diminished this kind of focus on quality even after the rift. When we selected Poland, we selected, of course, to kind of take into account the budget situation, right? But also it was actually a process of a month and a half that took also into account the pool of talent that we have there, right? Basically the universities, the companies, the ecosystems that were in certain area of Poland. We looked at all the countries all across the world, right? And we selected Poland because it was like a good mixture of talent, cost, but also security, and we didn't have visa problem, for instance, with EU, and we felt good that we could send hardware there also, and that we would be able to kind of secure it. So all those criteria, and that's how Poland was selected. But there was no concession, and actually there's no concession that's made on the level of talent as we speak right now. As a proof, because of this right now, actually our ramp up of Poland has been actually slower than we expected, right? And it's causing some delay in ramping up some of the teams, for instance, on Mike's teams, Wagner's, and on the QA, for instance.
Hey, Kinsey, before we leave this section, I'm just looking at the question, and I think I may have forgotten the second half of the one on row 8 there. So the process compared to other fast-paced companies. So I want to that one as well. So I think all companies have to operate within a budget, whether they're fast-paced or not. But being a startup that is relying on investor dollars, maybe there's a tighter constraint in terms of us relative to budget. But every company that I've ever worked for, I've had to work within a budget. So if other fast-paced companies have a deeper pool to spend, then clearly they can do things a little bit faster in terms of increasing headcount. But we're held accountable by our board to achieve our results in accordance with our plan, in accordance with our budget. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss that. Now that you increased it, I could see that. I went over that part.
All right. First time being the MC here, so we have one on accountability that I'm not sure there's going to be an easy answer for, but let's get the question out. Accountability has not been enforced after raising issues to the team and escalating to immediate managers. What are the recommended next steps?
Yeah, so this has been raised before. So if you're observing a lack of accountability and you're not getting a satisfactory response from your immediate manager, just raise it to your department head. If you're not getting a response there, escalate it to me directly. We're a startup. We have very, very challenging program with aggressive dates. We have great investors, but they have high expectations. We need to deliver. So if you're observing that there's a lack of accountability within the team, raise it to your department head, raise it to me, because as I mentioned, we've got pretty, pretty challenging program deliverables, and we need to make sure everybody's kicking in to make sure that we get them.
Okay. So this question might be better for Penny's AMA, but maybe we'll throw it out and see if we want to tackle it. In one of the recent loops, Peggy mentioned that we're not focusing on unit sales right now, and more on how long somebody uses our device and applications. In addition, we build many based on the use case. Hold on, scroll up one bit.
Oh, three. Shit. Kishika! Shit. Kishika! Fuck. Kishika! Kishika! Slow.
क्या सांप है
नहीं
चिपकली
इतनी बड़ी चिपकली है यहाँ पे आई है तो छोटी सी इतनी बड़ी आई है मेरे टेबल के नीचे दिख भी नहीं मेरे को
हाँ दिख गई चेयर के नीचे है चेयर के नीचे
अरे यहाँ देख रेंग के नहीं कैसे रहेंगी क्या है ये कैसे मरेगा ये
सोचती हूँ
fuck man fuck
तुम्हारे वो एक डब्बा पड़ा
तो है बड़ी तो मुझसे बड़ी है
नहीं नॉर्मल चिपकली है मैं बाहर देख के आती हूँ इसको बाहर तो देख के आती हूँ
That's a big one, man. It's over there, man. It's very big.
I don't see it.
Yeah, because it is a black color. See. Black color. Shit!
He just left it right away. I don't see it anywhere.
इसके पीछे है यार ये
I don't see anything.
इससे ना कर दे हैं इससे थोड़ी छटपटाएगी तो सही
मारना है इसको
तू पागल तो नहीं हो गई है बैठ वहां जाके सोचो हम कैसे रहते हैं ये तो तुम्हें
अरे एकदम से चक्के मारेंगे
ऐसी 85 आती है रोज में सफाई करती हूँ
मतलब मैं सो रहा हूँ क्या कर रहा हूँ नहीं पहले तो
तुमने देखा ही नहीं
इतनी छोटी सी थी पहले तो
इसके आधे साइज के कॉकरोच देखे हैं मैंने अपने घर के अंदर कितनी बार
तुम मारो ना इनको
कहाँ से मारूं जब तक मारने जाती हूँ घुस जाते हैं अंदर
नहीं वो हाँ घुस से जाते हैं बट वो लेके आना पड़ेगा इनका वो पीछे है
से जिंदगी तबाह कर दी है
खड़ी हो क्या कर रही है
ये देख तेरे
बट ये अगर मैं डाल दिया तो इसको निकालूंगा कैसे
ये काले रंग की है।
कार कितनी बड़ी है, नई लोड़ी है।
दिख रही है इधर आओ इधर।
हाँ देख ली मैंने तो याद है।
मुझे तो नहीं लगता।
अरे ठप ठप की आवाज आएगी मेरे को।
भाई मेरे हिसाब से तो इसको कुछ छटपटवाना पड़ेगा और फिर इसके अंदर दबा के निकालना पड़ेगा और कोई तीसरा रास्ता नहीं है। कहीं घुस गई ना किताबों में मिलेगी भी नहीं।
वही तो मैं तो
इधर आओ इधर से देखो पहले कहाँ है।
मैंने देख ली यार,
नहीं
दिख रही है यहाँ से मुझे, यहाँ दिख रही है। ये
वो हिल रही है
हिल रही है, अब आगे बढ़ गई है, उतारों में घुस जाएगी।
दिखी
दीवार पे चढ़ने की कोशिश कर रही है। इनकी लोड़ी तो मरेगी जो।
अगर ये यहाँ आ गई तो क्या करोगे? सोच के रखो।
ये डाल दूंगा। वो घुस गई अंदर।
इतनी दूर से थोड़ी ना जाएगा।
बट ये इसमें घुस गई है ना, नीचे घुस गई है इसके।
क्या टेबल के?
इसके नीचे।
इसके नीचे कैसे घुस जाएगी? वो पीछे
जगह है।
दरवाजा खोलो।
ये हटा दे।
दरवाजा खोल के आओ पहले। रुक जाओ। कहाँ आए पहले? और एक कंप्यूटर तोड़ दोगे तुम सारे। वो उसके नीचे है बोर्ड के, व्हाइट वाले बोर्ड के नीचे।
दिख रही है?
हाँ
जिंदा?
मुझे तो लग रहा है वो छत हिल गई है। यहाँ से मत मारो, यहाँ से तो डायरेक्ट उसके मुंह पे जाएगा। लाओ
रुक जा।
तुम इतनी उसको निकालने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, दूर है काफी। मतलब क्योंकि अगर वो जिंदा होती, जिंदा नहीं मतलब तो वो कुछ उछल के आगे ना आ जाती। ये बोर्ड है ना पीछे, है ना, उछल के आ जाती बाहर। किसको? बोर्ड को खींचना है?
इसको खींचो।
ये गलत कर रहे। ओए अभिषेक वो तो हिल गई, मर गई। हाँ लग रहा है मर गई। देखो हिल नहीं रही।
नहीं सैम पर वो हो गई, बेहोश हो गई।
तो वही होगा, इससे ज्यादा होगा भी नहीं।
छोड़ निकलेगी कैसे ये बाहर? उठेगी किस में? डब्बा डाल के ऐसे भी जैसे पिछली बार।
तो डब्बे में तो फिर वो जिंदा होनी चाहिए ना।
नहीं मर भी गई तो डब्बा पर डाल दूं।
तो मर गई तो फिर कोई
खींचना पड़ेगा। नहीं ये डाल दूं उसके ऊपर,
वो हिल ही नहीं रही।
तो फिर से खींच के ले आएंगे बाहर।
पूरा घर गंदा करोगे वहां।
और क्या करूं? और कैसे करेगी?
तो नहीं है ना कि मर गई है, पर ये मेरे को आज ही ला के दोगे तुम $1 का।
ला के दूंगा, बट इससे निकालेगा कौन? रुक तू ज्यादा मत दिमाग लगा।
वो मर गई है अभिषेक।
मुझे पैसा नॉक कर थोड़ा सा।
अरे नहीं वो टेढ़ी हो गई, ऐसे हो गई, इसकी तो कुछ भी नहीं हिल रही। मर गई है वो। कोई हिल गई
ना, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ। तेरे को मैं मरती नहीं है। वैंकी रोटी कहती है, ये बेहोश हो जाती है तो ये स्प्रे आती है। ये इनकी वो
ये अगर चाहिए तो ये
नहीं, इसके ऊपर डाल के खींचना पड़ेगा, पर बहुत रिस्की है यार।
इससे ज्यादा क्या वो इतना ही ये मैक्सिमम हो सकता है।
जगह बनानी पड़ेगी, ये पास से निकले कहीं भी जा सकती है।
तो फिर ये भी सर्टिफिकेट
खाना पड़ेगा, बहुत चीजें करनी उठानी पड़ेगी।
किताबें उठाओ, गिरेंगी सारी।
इसके पीछे तो मराठी पड़ा था। Fuck! Hate this.
अभी टट्टियों वाला झाड़ू गंदा किया है, वो एक और झाड़ू लेके आओ। झाड़ू में दबा के निकाल सकते हैं।
झाड़ू में तो ये डब्बा इसके ऊपर मैं अंदर से डाल
पर उससे क्या होगा? डब्बा भी तो
जिंदा
होगा।
जिंदा जिंदा जिंदा
हाँ जिंदा है।
जिंदा है ना उसमें चढ़ा
जा।
खुले में अब इसको मैं यहाँ डंडा मारता हूँ, ये इधर जाएगी।
मुझे डाउट लगी जाएगी। ये नहीं
चलिए डंडा डंडा ला डंडा ला डंडा ला बे।
और डंडा के मैं पटपड़गंज जाके लाऊं?
डंडा पड़े तो वहाँ पर। अरे तू मत कर, पागल बन गई तू, वो उल्टा चली जाएगी यार।
और उसमें ना खड्डा ना हो जाए। ये ऐसे ही ठीक नहीं है। इसका ढक्कन कहाँ है? इस डब्बे का ढक्कन कहाँ है? इस डब्बे का, इसमें घुसा के उसको बंद कर दो। ढक्कन कहाँ है इसका?
नहीं वो अभी नहीं होगा, ढक्कन कैसे बंद हो जाएगी? उल्टा से डालेंगे, उल्टा करके बंद कर दो, पागल हो गई।
भाई तेरी तो जिंदगी निकल जाएगी ऐसे ठाम 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 करते हुए। मर्द मेरे मम्मी बनाए भगवान ने और मेरे को ही करना। मिल गई है वो पूरी।
ये तो वही, लेकिन वो सेमी बेहोश है।
वो इतनी मैक्सिमम हो सकती है। एक काम हो सकता है, एक काम और हो सकता है।
नहीं यार,
कोई कपड़ा डाल दो ना, कपड़े में दबा के बाहर फेंक दो।
कपड़ा डाल दो,
पुराना कपड़ा डाल दो, उठा के फेंक दो।
उठाएगा कैसे कैसे? वही तो समझ नहीं आ रहा।
लो कपड़ा,
वो कपड़ा डाल दो और फिर ये डाल दो,
कपड़े में लपेट के बाहर फेंको। कपड़े लाओ, मैं कोई बिल्कुल खराब वाला देना। मेरे पास है बहुत सारे। ये बनाया तो ठीक है, मेरे पास है कपड़े में। कितना ठीक है, कितना ठीक है। कितने पैसे देगा निकालने के? मुझे
आ गई ना उसको अपनी।
हाँ मेरी आ गई। कितने पैसे देगा? चल अंदर फिर लेगा। अरे ताकतवर हो गई आप। नहीं नहीं मत करो ना, उससे नहीं हो पाएगा।
नहीं बात खत्म हो जाएगी ना,
नहीं होगी, वो घिसके निकालनी पड़ेगी। दे दे 50 दे दे, छिपकली निकाल लेंगे। दे दे बेरोजगार को, दे दे, तेरा भला होएगा।
इधर
तो उसके ऊपर ना और स्प्रे कर दो, क्योंकि खड़ी हो रही है। मुझे नहीं पता।
कोई वो है जिसको आराम से ड्रॉप कर दो।
$50 दे दे, मैं हाथ से पकड़ के फेंकाती हूँ। खतरों की खिलाड़ी बनना पड़ता है। मर जाएगा बेंचो, नहीं देगा। 49 दे दे। 48 दे दे। ऐसे तो नहीं जाने वाली है।
वो डाल दो, डाल दो।
मुझे लगी है। अरे दे दे ना।
इधर आ।
इसके 20 लगेंगे कमरे में रहने के।
बड़ा लेके, वो बड़ा लेके, ये मेरे समझ में आ गया कैसे बड़ा लेके आएंगे।
गंदे हाथ मत लगाना, कहाँ से लाने पड़ा। ये देखो वो ही बड़ा है, वो बड़ा है, देखो वो का पुराना बात था।